Don't make these mistakes when shooting B-roll. And by the way, I'm by no means a super duper expert professional whatever, you know. I'm not some big pro cinematographer or anything like that. For more or less, I'm kind of just a dude, maybe you could say, that likes cameras and this stuff. Anyway, so B-roll, right? So one of the main things I'll emphasize here is movement. So with B-roll, are you shooting it at 24 frames per second, which is like real-time speed, or are you shooting at 60 frames per second and slowing that down in post? So like slowing the 60 frames per second down by like 40% to play back at 24 frames a second, and then as a result it's slow motion, stuff like that. Are you doing it that way? Because if you're shooting it like in real time, 24 frames per second, shooting the B-roll like that, you might want it to be really smooth. So motion is one of the key things here. So don't make the mistake of having really shaky B-roll footage try to stabilize the B-roll. But maybe it depends on what you're going for. There might be a certain style choice where you want to make the B-roll footage more shaky for some reason, right? But for the most part, a lot of times when you see cinematic B-roll on YouTube, you're probably going to see more of a smooth motion, right? Smooth motion. Don't pan too fast. I've made this mistake, and I probably still make this mistake of when you're just getting like a B-roll shot, you're panning too fast, and maybe it looks stuttery or jittery or whatever it looks like when you do it too fast. So slow down. And I could probably take this advice too. So just slow down the shot, stuff like that. If you're filming in slow motion, obviously easier to slow down the shot and make it smooth. Still try to keep motion in mind. I heard in a YouTube video a while ago when I was more beginning into this, is how like if you have issues with shaky footage, you just film in slow motion and slow it down. Credit to whoever made the YouTube videos that I watched that taught me this stuff, so credit to them. But anyway, you know, if you have footage and say you don't have any stabilization, in your lens or in your camera, say you're just holding the camera without rigging it out and it's really jittery, if you film at like 60 FPS or 120 whatever FPS that's higher, and you slow it down, those micro jitters might become a bit smoother. You might still kind of have some level of shake that is maybe a bit more noticeable than you'd want it to be, depending on what you're doing. But at the same time, is it better than if you didn't have it in slow-mo? It's probably going to be a bit smoother in slow motion, right? To a degree. And so consider that. Yeah. So just those two main points is what I'll stick with for this video right now. So anyway. So if you got questions, right? I have a Skool Community. Link in description, right? Link in description. If you want to join the Skool Community, feel free. I'm running a 7-day free trial right now, so feel free to hop on in there, ask the questions in the Skool Community. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good one.